Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Pot of Parables, and today's story is going to be a father who became a mother. Uh, before I begin, I would like to pay my respects to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, to you viewers out there. And also, thank you, Minda, my sister, who drew this background picture that you're seeing right now. She actually did a really, really good job, and I posted the link to her art below. It's called Minda's underscore art on Instagram. So like, go check out her video. Uh, so I would like to um, try something different today. Usually, I would explain the story to you viewers and to the people out there watching. But uh, today, I think I'm gonna read each paragraph of the story and try to explain it paragraph by paragraph, and then at the end we can, you know, come to the conclusion of the story. So here goes. Soraya, a man of name and reputation, was already the father of two sons. One morning, as he and a friend were on their way to bathe in a nearby river, they happened to pass a monk whose glowing complexion kindled desire in Soraya's heart. Oh, how I wish my wife had that same beautiful golden skin, he thought. Here is a man named Soraya who already have two sons that he brought to life, and he's looking at this monk with uh, with lust, or not with lust, but he's looking at this monk with awe and wonder, and he's wishing the same beauty uh, towards his wife that the monk has. Second paragraph. Hardly he had completed his wish when he experienced a strange physical sensation. To his horror, he realized that he had changed into a woman. Too ashamed to return home and face his family and friends, he, now a she, decided to go and live in a city far away. So, after having the thought about the monk, he started to feel like a little bit weird in his body. Like he started to feel like a little funny, and later on he realizes that he turns into a woman, and he becomes too afraid to live out in his hometown. So he goes to a faraway city where nobody knows who he is. Uh, so keep in mind that the husband or the father is now a woman. Uh, in her newly adopted home, Soraya was introduced to a rich merchant who had an eye for beautiful things. He asked Soraya to marry him, and she accepted. Not long after, she gave birth to a son, and not long after that, another one. So, Soraya is now in a faraway city, and uh, she's, well, he, now a she, is introduced to a merchant who loves beautiful things. And the merchant, upon seeing Soraya and encapsulated by her beauty, decides to marry her. And after they became married, they they produced two children. Okay, so one day a friend from her hometown happened to come to her on business. Although he did not recognize her, she immediately recognized him and started asking about her family. He did not know who she was, but was intrigued that she would be so concerned about people she had never met. Finally, Soraya revealed to him who she really was and recounted what had happened to her on the day she had wrongful thoughts about the handsome monk. The friend then advised her to have one of her servants go and look for the monk and invite him to their home for a meal. In that way, he said she could explain to him what had happened and ask for his forgiveness. So, uh, a friend from her hometown uh, goes on a a friend from her hometown goes on a business trip, and uh, the friend meeting Soraya, uh, was a little intrigued that Soraya would be concerned about Soraya's kids when Soraya was a man. But the friend didn't actually know because, Soraya was once a man and now Soraya is a woman. So later on, Soraya explains to her friend that this all happened because she had those thoughts, those wrongful thoughts, those lustful thoughts about the monk. So her friend told her that she should actually go and get one of her servants to look for the monk to invite them or to invite the monk over to her house for a meal so that way she could act she can ask for forgiveness uh, because of the wrongful thoughts that she had with the monk. Anyways, so it was not easy locating the monk, but he was finally found and taken to Soraya's house where he was fed well. After the meal, Soraya ashamedly related that she had once been a man, but because as a man she had wrongful thoughts of him, she had turned into a woman. She was now full of regret of her past action. The monk listened carefully and forgave her. As a result, Soraya changed back into a man. So, after having found the monk, she admits to the monk that she had wrongful thoughts of him, and as a result of her thoughts, he became a she. And the monk, having carefully listened to what she had to say, and realized that when she was speaking from the heart about the regret that she had. So, as this happens, she turns back into a he. So he becomes a yeah, she becomes a. Of course, the man who used to be Soraya's husband was left stunned by the transformation of his wife. But being a gentle and compassionate nature, he invited Soraya to continue to live with them since, as a woman, he was really the mother of their sons and he the father. So even if Soraya was no longer a woman, the sons the sons were really had all perished when the roof of their house collapsed during a violent storm. Jesus. Um. So Soraya's husband was shocked to see that Soraya was actually a he, but due to his open mindedness and due to his heart and due to the loving kindness that he had, he realized that even though Soraya is returned back to being a man, Soraya was still the mother as Soraya gave birth to the two children when Soraya was a woman. But sadly, the roof of their house collapsed during a violent storm, and the sons uh, unfortunately perished during that violent storm. Um, so, driven to madness by her tragic misfortunes, Batagara wandered around aimlessly until one day she found her way to a monastery where the Buddha was staying. There she tearfully recounted to him how she had lost her sons, husband, parents, and brothers all at one time. The Buddha counseled her by saying she should not worry about those already dead, but should strive instead to purify her mind and strive for full enlightenment. For those who did not succeed in perceiving the conditions of all component things in their lifetime would be wasting that lifetime, even if they reached to be 100 years old. So after the two sons perished during the violent storm, Petakara was walking around thinking about how she lost her two sons and how she wants them back. And she's thinking about the memories of her two sons. So, she says this to the Buddha, and the Buddha told her that, you know, even though that you've already lost your two sons, it's understandable, but just know that your sons are already dead. So the one thing that you should do right now is to purify your mind so that way you can reach enlightenment and then therefore reach nirvana and escape the cycle of suffering and escape the cycle of misery that we all live in right now, you know. Um, last paragraph. After hearing the Buddha speak, Bhattacharya realized the uncertainty and futility of existence and became established in the path that led to enlightenment. She then entered the order and finally became an arahant. So, uh, one of the quotes is saying, "Not a father, no, not a mother, nor a father, nor any other relative can do one greater good than one's own well-directed mind." So, you know, uh, moral of the story is that your thoughts shouldn't be the wrong thoughts at all. Your thoughts should actually be the right thoughts on purifying your mind and to understand the truth or to understand things at a much deeper level. You know, uh, in the concept of Buddhism, we always preach about how things have a truth to it, and there's two actual truths. So there's the apparent truth, and there's the ultimate truth. And the apparent truth is that you know there is an I, there is a me, there is a you. You are yours body. The ultimate truth is that there really is no I. It's just the concept of an I. In reality, we're just made of cells. We're made of so many things that like make up our body to what it is. Like cells, organs, skin, the brain, whatever. And things are always rapidly changing. And when you think about the wrong thoughts or about lust, you start to you start to shift away from paying attention to what actually matters. Like Saraya, when she was saying to the Buddha, or no, I'm sorry, when Saraya was looking at the monk, she thought about how beautiful that beautiful golden skin was, and uh, how she, how he wished that his wife had that beautiful golden skin, and that's what caused her to become a woman. You know, they say that beauty is only skin deep. That's what I learned. And uh, as I was saying earlier about the two truths, the apparent truth, the actual truth, like if you were to look beneath your skin, like what is your body actually made of? Your body is made of blood. Your uh, your body is made up of water. Your body is made up of tissue. Your body is made up of cells. Like if I were to prick my skin, blood would come out. Or if I were to blow my nose, snot would come out. Or if I were to spit, then saliva would come out. Or if I were to cry, then the tears would come out. You know, uh, beauty is only skin deep. Like when we die, we die. There's no more beauty. There's no more anything. It's just you and the dirt, and that's what I realized. Like you can be the most beautiful person in the world. You know, uh, you can be the most handsome person in the world. Like you can be that person where like whenever somebody looks at you, they have like automatic lust. But just know that when things are when things are to its breaking point, or when things come to an end, then that concept doesn't really matter at all. You know, like what actually that concept doesn't matter at all. Like what actually matters is what the truth is, how to seek the truth, and then how to escape the cycle of life and death. Because as I said, like when you die, your body rots and there is no more beauty at all. You know, uh, if we look at things objectively, like we start to see that uh, that everything has its place and everything has its purpose, but we give it purpose. You know, like we put value in beauty. Uh, like for example, like if a girl gets her nails done, or if she gets a if she gets her hair done, like we say that like she looks really really beautiful. You know, but when it comes down to it, uh, she's just made up of hair, and she's just made up of skins. If her nail starts falling off, then we would say, "Oh, that's disgusting. I don't want that." You know, I feel like I'm kind of repeating the same thing, and I want to like somehow go deeper, but my brain's just not letting me. Um, I think all I'm trying to say is just realize that our body is not really our body. Like we can put value on the beauty of things, but in actuality, we actually don't really own our body. We can't really tell our heart. We can't really tell our heart to stop beating. We can't tell our bodies to stop aging. We don't own our body. So therefore, we cannot put value on what is beautiful and what is not, because the body is only temporary. When we pass, we just go down to the ground and we become reborn again into the next life. And in the next life, you won't have the same body at all, at all. So there is no point in saying that this is beautiful or that's beautiful, you know, because everything has to come to an end, and everything has a have a cycle to it. So don't become attached. That's all I gotta say. Um, anyways, thank you so much for anybody that's watching this video. Please smash the like button, subscribe. Don't forget to comment. You know, like if you guys have any concerns about how I'm doing my YouTube videos, or if you guys have any tips or information on how to improve my videos, definitely definitely uh, hit the comments below, and definitely type it in the comments below. So on that note, may the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha bless you all, and have a great evening. Thank you guys.